morning. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. God bless everybody. I will wait for a few people on the feed so we can start, so I don't repeat again the information. So, good morning to everybody. God bless everybody. I will start. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. How's everybody doing? Good morning. God bless everybody in my country of Mexico, in my city of Tijuana, Baja California. God bless my country of Mexico, and God bless the beautiful country and the beautiful people of the United States of America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless you all. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everybody. The question asks, I wanted to ask this question because it's a rainy day. You know, before I start, it's a rainy day over here. So I'm driving to work, to the office. And I wanted to do a little live feed to explain for all the new viewers, who am I? And you know, we got almost 1,000 viewers, 1,000 new viewers since yesterday's live feed. And that broadcast about the Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, it has been pulled to more than 152,000 views. So it brought me a lot of new viewers. Welcome to all those people that they are just joining our live streams. My name is Oscar Blue Ramirez. I am a Mexican citizen, Mexican broadcaster, and I am a Mexican independent reporter. I work for an independent, and we created a page that is called Border Network News, and also I collaborate with America's Voice News, and I work with Ben Berquam and all these great people in the United States. We support the President of the United States of America, and we give the reality and the truth about what is happening in the country of Mexico, and also in the city of Tijuana, Baja California, that it has been a city that has been affected by the caravans. Good morning to everybody. For the new people that are just joining us in our live streams, I have been through Guatemala twice. I've gone to Guatemala twice. I have crossed the river from Tapachula to Guatemala in a water raft twice. One alone with another colleague of mine, a Mexican journalist by the name of Carlos Mejia Lopez, and the other time it was with your with your American journalist Ben Berquam, and Mexican journalist Carlos Mejia Lopez, and myself. We have been reporting on the caravans and on activists for more than a year now, over here in our city of Tijuana. Now, I wanted to get to the point. You know, that was a small introduction. Go to my page for the new people that they're just coming into our page. We got more than almost 1,000 new viewers. If you guys want to go to my page and see who am I, thank you so much for following me. Also, thank you so much for the trust and credibility that you guys are giving me. Thank you so much. God bless you. And, you know, we got our YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube, Oscar F. Blue. Also, this guy, man. It's a pickup truck that, you know, splashed me with a big, massive wave of water. So, the question is, people, do these Congress people from the United States, do they know about the massive child trafficking that is occurring in the caravans, or are they part of it, or just they know, but they don't want to answer it. They still want to push their narrative as open borders. A lot of Congress people have come over here to Tijuana. A lot of politicians also. They have come over here. A lot of press, CNN, all these fake news media. They do try to manage their narrative, and they manage their news as they want to. We have experienced how they have created fake marriages and also fake families over here in Tijuana. For all you people, we know, this goes for the new viewers, we know of the massive child trafficking that has been occurring, and that is a thing that we have been informing, and we wanted to stop. These people don't tell you that if it is separation of families, and they're separating families, it started with Obama. We already know, as a Mexican citizen, we know that the separation of families started with Obama. But the separation of families with Obama, they were deporting the kids without knowing where they were going. So they were delivering back to coyotes and to families that they were not even their families. Now that everybody knows what they're doing, now that everybody knows about the loophole, that if you marry a person that it was never deported from the United States, or never had an arrest or a bad criminal record in the United States, you can get the asylum. Or if you cross with a minor, you can get the asylum also. So everybody knows this. Everybody knows in Tijuana this, but these people, these Congress people, they think that we don't know, and we know about what they're doing. And the most amazing thing is that we know about the numbers. That right now, with the President of the United States, Donald Trump, if he's separating, it's because of the massive child trafficking that is occurring. It is because the massive children that they are bringing from South America, Central America, and all parts of the world, that they are trying to traffic and use on a loophole to cross to the United States. It was reported by the Department of Homeland Security in Arizona that they were returned back home more than 600 children, that they were reused. What is the term reused? The term reused is that these children were trafficked and used to get on the loophole, an immigration, open chain of the immigration law of the United States, a loophole, that they were trafficked and crossed to the United States so they can get the asylum. And after they found out about the children was not, that was not his parent, they returned the children back home, but they returned the child back home. So all of this has been happening. All of this has been happening for almost a year. Now, why are they mad? Because people are finding out their strategies, and they're finding out their ways, how they are trafficking children into the United States. That is one of the reasons why yesterday, to the Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, I asked her, because she was constantly talking about the separation of children. Nothing against her agenda. If she thinks they're separating children, all right. But I wanted to ask her if she knows about the more than 32,000 kids that they've been trafficked in the caravan since 2017, and the 600 children that they were found in Arizona. That the Arizona deserts have a humongous problem with child trafficking. They have child trafficking camps also in Arizona. There's a problem, people, with child trafficking. And these Congress people, that they're coming to a foreign country, in my country, and they don't know nothing about our Constitution, when they're not answering questions, and they're bringing their politics, violating our Constitution. Article 33 of the Constitution says that you cannot bring as a foreigner politics into another country. And they're bringing their Palestine politics and all this stuff. It's okay, you want to talk about Palestine and you want to talk about the suffering of the Palestine people and all that stuff. It's all right. But you taking the attitude of not answering a question by a citizen of Mexico, and you're opening up about a subject that is so delicate and so important, that is child trafficking. It is amazing that these people don't want to talk about it. These Congress people from the United States, they don't want to talk about it. So did they know, or did they don't know, or are they part of it? That's the question. Are they part of it? These Congress people. As the border that has been more affected by child trafficking has been Arizona. Also, California. And you go by Juarez, El Paso. Then you go to New Mexico. So by numbers, Arizona has been the state that has been affected more with child trafficking in the desert. So through all these Congress people that they're coming, and they don't want to answer questions in our country. If you're not going to answer questions, direct questions in our country, just don't put your people in front of us, because we are going to ask. First of all, what are you doing over here? Second of all, why do you know about child trafficking? And do you know about the massive child trafficking in the caravans? And that the caravans are not good for our country. And they're not good for no country. If they want to ask for asylum, it is okay, like I have said so, through the front door and legally. Nobody is denying that. But when you are mentioning the separation of families, I want to know if you know openly about the child trafficking that is occurring in the caravans. Why? Because you're advocating for, your narrative that is, the separation of families. Also, these Congress people, they come over here and they talk about, they talk with all this freedom about, the wall. They talk to, this is a circle of people that there is only American people. There were no Mexican people there. If there were Mexican people, there were like 2 or 3 Mexican people. 5 at the most. But you're talking about a circle of reunion where there's a circle of people. They're all American citizens. So I want to know why you're bringing your politics of tear down the wall, of bring down the wall. A wall is not good, when you haven't asked Mexican citizens how they feel about the wall. And if they feel, and what is their opinion about the President of the United States? If they like Donald Trump, if they don't like Donald Trump, why are you guys bringing your narrative over here? Who gave you the authorization to come over here to our country and to bring your politics into our country? And to also, bring your narrative of separation of families. Have you asked? Do you think that we're dumb, that we don't know? Now, another thing that is also, that is also amazing is that they have their posse, and their posse is just people that they really want to, they are asking questions that they just clearly are happy to answer. There was a guy that you can see on the video, and this is not the first time that I've been denied questions. It's been a bunch of times about all these Congress people and all these lawyers from the United States and all these organizations that, all these, they come from the United States over here, that they don't want to answer questions, that immediately they say, are you for Trump, or are you against Trump, or are you for Trump, or what are you? If you're for Trump, I'm not going to answer questions. I have been told, there was a couple of times that I have been told, if you are for the President of the United States, we don't want to answer questions. So who are you to be telling us, you're a foreigner in our country, you're coming to give information. Who are you to tell us the conditions of what we can ask and what we can't? I'm a Mexican citizen. I have the right to ask you, with respect, whatever question I want. I have the right, and I'm exercising my constitutional right. So all these Congress people from the United States, the question is, do they know about the child trafficking? Do they know about the more than 32,000 kids that they've been trafficked in the caravan? Do they know about the 600 kids that they were reused in Arizona? Do they know about child trafficking camps that they're using in Arizona? Did they know about child trafficking in New Mexico? Did they know about the trafficking of guns, the trafficking of drugs that they're bringing in the caravans? Did they know about the the 2 federal buildings that they were burned in Mexico by the caravan? Do they know about all this stuff? And when we try to ask them, because you're bringing your narrative for the caravan, and also you're bringing your narrative in favor of, you're against, or you're in favor of the separation. You're against the separation of families, and you're thinking that the separation of families is because of the President of the United States. I want to ask you a question. Do you know about the child trafficking that they're using them to cross to the United States? They're not even their children. By God, they're kidnapping children in South America and Central America, and they're using them to cross them illegally to the United States. Do you know about that? If it wasn't for the government of the United States that they started doing DNA testing, man, the number would have been way up there about child trafficking. The number would be way up there about child trafficking if the United States would have stepped up to the plate and did the DNA testing. And the United Nations Pact says that they need to come orderly and peacefully and documented. Now, Mexico is not doing their job. The Mexican government clearly has not done their job on controlling the mass migration and also the child trafficking. The one that started doing was the United States government. Those are the ones that they started doing DNA testing and also recognition of if they're their parents or not. And it's because of that there's been separation of children. It's because of that. If you don't know that, by God, man, by God, yes, there's occasions where they're families, yes, but that has been occurring since Obama. You guys know that we don't know that Obama has been the worst president for Mexicans. That has been the worst president for Mexicans. Obama is the president that deported more Hispanics in the history of the United States. It's been the worst president for us. So, you guys think that we don't know. We know what is happening. And that is why when you come over here, all you Congress people, you are going to be asked questions that there's going to be uncomfortable questions. This is not the United States media. This is not your media. When you surround yourself with your victimization card, that is all these organizations that of activists and liberals that they are using, the victimization card. You're oppressing me. You're harassing me. Don't ask me those questions. I'm free to answer or not. Don't tell me. You're hurting me. All these victimization cards. It doesn't apply in Mexico. It doesn't work in Mexico. In the United States, it works. But over here, it does not work. You're going to be asked uncomfortable questions, and there's going to be press that they're going to be asking you really uncomfortable questions. And it depends on you, because you have the freedom to answer or not. But don't push nobody, don't shove nobody, because they're asking you uncomfortable questions. You're a politician from the United States. What are you doing over here? And all these politicians that they're coming over here to Mexico, what are they doing over here? Really, what are you doing over here? Do you got the permission from the government of the United States to come over here? Did you ask the government of Mexico that you were coming over here? All these things and all these permits that they need, and all these letters of authorization from governments that they need. Do we know that they let her cross to Mexico? The question is, Was she carrying security? And the security, were they carrying guns in our country? Do we know? There was no Mexican authorities right there when you have a United States congressional woman over here speaking about politics, and there was no Mexican authorities. So nobody knew that she was coming. So that is the amazing thing. Question, people. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everybody. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News at America's Voice. The question for everybody to be asked is, do all these congressional candidates know about the child trafficking, or they want to play like they don't know, or are they part of it? Three questions. That's offensive. I'm not part of it. All right. If you're not part of it, do you know? I don't want to answer. That means that you know. That's what happened yesterday. That, okay, if you're not part of it, and if you don't want to answer a question about the child trafficking, that is a humongous problem in Arizona, in Sonora, in Tijuana, and in all the borders, that means that you know about it, and you don't want to answer. You don't want questions to be asked. So, good morning to everybody. God bless everybody. The subject for today is all these congressional candidates coming to Mexico. All these congressional people, not candidates, congressional people, that they already have a seat in the United States government. All these congressional people that from the United States that they're coming, man, this is a huge lagoon. Look at this. I'm going to show you how it's raining over here and how this huge lagoon that it was. Look at this. This is how it gets over here, man. All these congressional candidates, congressional people, sorry, all these Congress people, that they already have a position in the United States. If you're coming over here to our country, the number one question that they're going to ask you is the first one. And this is the first one right out the bat. Miss or Mr., what is your purpose to be in Mexico today? And that is the first question that you're going to be asked. If you're not going to be able to answer questions, and people always surrounding you in a foreign country where your rights are not, you've got your humanitarian rights, but you're acting as a politician over here. So who gave you the authority to be talking politics in our country, violating our Constitution? That's not giving a damn about other people's country. So pretty much, people, do they know about the massive child trafficking, or they don't? And if they know, why they don't want to talk about it? That is a humongous problem. And as we saw this congressional candidate yesterday, she came over here. As they've been coming, you know, this for all the newcomers, for all these new viewers, that, you know, we got more than 1,000 viewers last night. Thank you so much for following the page. Also, please follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he's running for Congress in District 16 of El Paso, and he's also reporting on the border in El Paso. And also subscribe to also go to our page, Border Network News. Put a like button over there and follow the page. And also follow America's Voice News and download the app at americasvoice.com. This is a question that needs to be asked. You know, do these people know or they don't know? It is a problem, people. It is a huge problem. It's been a problem for years, but now it's more open because there's a lot of people that they're broadcasting that. And there's a lot of people that they are, you know, covering, doing a lot of coverage. There's a guy in Arizona that is doing a lot of coverage. There's a woman in Arizona that is doing a lot of coverage on the child trafficking, you know, and in Arizona. There's people in Arizona, there's groups in Arizona that have been doing this coverage. And all these congressional people that they're coming over here to our country, Mexico, they don't want to talk about child trafficking. Get the hell out of here. And you're talking about separation of families, and you don't want to talk about child trafficking. So what the hell? You're trying to blur the fact that there's a humongous problem over here, but you're trying to advocate for this? Like, it's illogical. I don't understand these people. Really, I don't. Foreigners, in a foreign country preaching foreign politicians and foreign politics in a foreign country. I don't know if it was with authorization or not, but doing all that. And they complain about Trump. They complain about Trump being so-called rude, as they're saying. They complain about Trump not answering questions. Look at these people. They complain about the President of the United States, all these congressional people that there are, you know, for the impeachment and all this stuff. They complain about Trump not answering questions. And when a legitimate question is asked about child trafficking, they don't want to answer it. It is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my God. Good morning to everybody. Rainy day over here in Tijuana, Baja California. It's what time is it? It's 8:20 right now over here. And it's a beautiful day. Like Mr. Rogers says, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. It's raining, but I like the rain, man. I like the rain. Who doesn't like the rain? Have you ever seen the rain? Credence, man. Great song. How's everybody doing? Good morning. God bless you all in the country of the United States. And God bless you all and God bless my country of Mexico and my city of Tijuana. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Oscar Blue, and follow me there also. We are going to continue doing live feeds because of the demand of people. I was going to take some time off, but the demand of people it's growing. So you know we're doing it. I'll do it gladly with all love. I love my job, as we are driving right now to my other job. So God bless everybody. Hope you guys have a great day today. You got a great initiation of your week. Tomorrow is the Christmas Eve. Hope you guys have a beautiful Christmas Eve and also a beautiful Christmas. It's Christmas week. So stay safe, everyone. And again, follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he's running for Congress in District 16 of El Paso. He's the solution, man. He's the truth. God bless you all. Stay safe. And always remember, peace and love, everybody. Because always, your country's first.